Since I become refugee, then Pandit Nehru choose Kangra, this place should be my hometown. Although that time, you see, we stay about, I think, about a year, Mussoorie. And firstly, closer to Delhi. And Mussoorie, quite a big town. But then Nehru decide Kangra district, Kangra here is a more suitable. So then the political, at that time, political officer of Sikkim, Abapant, since we become very close friend, so when I reach here, I little complain. But then Abapant say, now this place where Dalai Lama's light will come out all over the world. Abapant mentioned that. So some extent, now stay here, very comfortable, free, and first of all, India, religious freedom and democracy. Now this place, not like Ladakh. Ladakh a little bit too high. And also not like plain. And this place, very suitable. So now, few decades stay here. I myself very comfortable. The physical condition also is a very good. Just this morning, I met a Tibetan doctor and allopathic doctor. They check from time to time. They come and check. They say, my physical condition, very good. So now this place, very suitable for me. So during those few decades, the officials, local officials, grateful. And including local police, they really take care of me. And day and night. Each morning, about 5:30, I went from my room, and the Indian police, 6, 7, always there. Then I greet, namaste. So we become, and then I always used to telling them at that morning, the toilet, very smooth. I always tell them. And sleep, 9 hours sleep, always. the Indian minister. So within a few days, as usual, we become very close friends. And then one morning, when we met, she asked me, "How is your sleep?" Don't worry, 9 hours always sleep, well sleep. And then a few hours meditation, sharpening my mind so that I can cheat other people more easily. So now this place, last
63 years. 63 years in Dharamsala.
logo 지대도
Lo Tukchuriye Sum.
가.
Lo Tukchuriye Sum. You stayed
그제?
63 years in Dharamsala.
Since 59, 50, 60, come here. So I must say, all the local officials, thank you. You provide me very comfortable. Each morning, when I open my room and outside, 6, 7 police always there. Then I greet them, Namaste. Then always I share with them. I wake up about 2 o'clock. Then I come out about 5:30. I feel very hungry. So I express to them, now I feel my toilet very good. So empty stomach. So I feel very hungry. I have to use my good teeth. You see, there is a Tibetan saying, when child, very young, the first line of teeth, they usually, you see, some kind of expression. Now, later, teeth, not like horse teeth or donkey teeth, but nice kareta, younger logu so.
Nice teeth, like the sheep.
Ka
Sheep.
younger,
No.
young karbo. Kaso
Which is
that did
considered like an auspicious.
So they usually pray like that. So that prayer fulfilled my teeth. So some nut or some sort of hard thing, my teeth ready. So I always see mentioning those few police who already sort of salute me like that. So we become a very close friend. So now today, opportunity to thank the local officer. Thank you very much. and different place. You see many people, you see greeting. But now here, not week, not month, years. So I really appreciate. Now this opportunity, I want to thank actually, on many occasions I mentioned I'm guest of Indian government. Pandit Nehru chose this place, as I mentioned earlier. So I am guest of Indian government and stay here very comfortable and complete freedom. From here, my message, my thought, you see, through television or through meeting people like this, so I really feel my life become useful. So I want to thank local officials. You really provide me this opportunity, completely comfortable. And climate also is very suitable. During monsoon, sometimes too much rain, but no problem. And previous few occasions during winter, some snow. I wish some snow. We come from land of snow, so here some snow comes, we feel very happy. But if you stay in the snow, then very difficult. But look, snow, very comfortable, very good. So I must thank the Governor of India and then the local state government, as well as now district, the various level. You really take care of me. So thank you. Now, I always, you see, love discuss, question and answer. So I, you see, age, my two knees, sometimes a little difficult, but my brain very sharp. So I want to some discussion. Okay.
His Holiness, how can me and you become close friends?
Basically, I believe 7 billion human beings, same human brothers, sisters. Wherever I go, Western, East, Africa, I always consider we are same. This is so long, 2 eyes, 1 nose, and mouth, same. If I met someone with third eye, then I feel, oh. Otherwise, 7 billion, we all same. And particularly India, Tibetan culture, actually, ancient Indian culture. Usually I describe Indian, historically, our guru, we learned from India. We are Chela of India. Now today, if may I say so, Chela, more knowledge. Guru, because British introduced Western education, so more materialistic thinking. So now I often express India should combine modern education and technology, these things are very good, which come from West. Then combine with ancient Indian knowledge, how to develop peace of mind. The Western, just a materialistic sort of thinking. India, 1,000 years, how to bring peace of mind on the basis of karuna, ahimsa. So now, India, I think now opportunity come, more Westerners showing interest about Indian philosophy, Indian tradition, particularly about mind, about emotion, including some scientists also now showing interest to learn from ancient Indian tradition about mind, how to keep peace of mind, how to reduce anger, jealousy. So now India's, I think, have the opportunity combination, modern education, modern technology, and with ancient Indian knowledge about mind, how to keep peaceful mind. So now this very nice place, number of people, including scientists, from time to time come. And then also, of course, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, many who follow Buddhism. 7th century, Tibetan king, emperor, Songtse Gampo. Now he, very wise, although he married with Chinese princess, and a very special sort of connection. And one very important Buddha statue, which in Lhasa, always we keep, come from China. You see, in spite, very close sort of link that the 7th century Tibetan emperor, now he prefer our language should keep, and we should create a written language, Devanagari, not Chinese. Tibetan, some say Buddhism already have, but not very sure. The 7th century Tibetan king, he start writing Tibetan. Then 8th century Master Chandra Rakshita come to Tibet, invited. Now, since he found you have your own writing, so now instead of learning Pali or Sanskrit, you should now translate in your own language. So then, altogether, over 300 volumes, all translated from Vinaya about Pali, and then Madhyamika philosophy and Pramana Vadika Karika, the logical thinking and philosophical thinking, mainly from Sanskrit. So now today, I found the ancient Tibetan knowledge is most profound knowledge and particles.
About particles and atoms and so forth.
So philosophy, we have very good sort of information and a logical approach. Even Buddha's own word, if you find through investigation, through logical approach, if some contradiction, we have right to reject Buddha's own word. So you see, we have, I think, very good tradition and knowledge. So now we are in India. I'm thinking the next, when I visit Delhi, like Jawaharlal Nehru University and some universities, I'm thinking to discuss how to revive ancient Indian knowledge and combine modern education and ancient Indian knowledge. So here I feel very comfortable. Firstly, of course, government of India, since Pandit Nehru, we all refugee, Tibetan refugee, Pandit Nehru, very, very kind. And then sometimes the leaders, let's say, very, very generosity, but local people, more important. So now here, the local people, really, we become very close friend, and I really appreciate the local people, and DC, and SP, all these, very, very kind. So I must thank not only me personally, but on behalf of Tibetan refugee community in general, particularly here in Dharamsala, I want to express my deep appreciation. Thank you.
His Holiness, my question is, how do I find the purpose of my life and how to make life more meaningful?
Obviously, even grass or flower, they have right survive and flourish. We human beings, more than that, other animals also, you see, right from the beginning, desire, survive, and day by day, less problem. Now we human beings, we have this brain, very sophisticated brain. So we have the ability to think wider way. Now today, we can now, like Buddha or many great teachers, they think whole humanity, not just, you see, your own small local place. Not like a politician. Politician, they first think my land, my country. But these, how to say it, the great spiritual leader, they always talk entire sentient being, and at least entire humanity. So, now India truly can make some significant contribution. I think previous century, Mahatma Gandhi ji, ahimsa, he really propagated on this planet. Now, the ahimsa, the very basis of ahimsa is karuna. Now time come, we have to make effort to promote karuna. Then ahimsa is action. Mental level, karuna there, ahimsa automatically come. So now I feel this is not necessarily a religious matter, as you see, Indian secular thinking. Whether believe religion or not, we want peace. We want prosperity. War, violence is destruction, destructive. So peace is the only way to create happy human society, humanity. Now today, I think humanity, thinkers, I think already fed up. First World War, Second World War, and too many, now today, too many weapons. Now these are actually destroyer of peace, inner peace. So therefore, our aim should be demilitarize the world. Any problem through discussions, not use weapon. Although ancient time, the kings, queens, you see, a little bit fighting, violence, but at that time, just the arrow. Now today, through materialistic sort of development, very powerful weapon. So now world peace is really very necessary. Now India really, in previous century, as I mentioned earlier, Mahatma Gandhi ji, ahimsa. Now time come, Indian make effort to promote karuna, irrespective whether believer or non-believer, believe this religion or that religion, simply peace on the basis of sense of brotherhood, sisterhood. China, most populated nation, the last, you see, I think more than 1 century, a lot of problem. Now number of Chinese really showing interest about Buddha Dharma, about Indian culture. So we'll see. So you Indian, now, as I already mentioned, combination modern knowledge, modern technology with peace of mind, karuna. Okay. Yes, now, next question.
His Holiness, Namaste. My question to you is, what exactly is happiness?
I think peace of mind. Oh, it's a good house, good food, good companion, but a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger. Won't be happy. So some Indian saints, as well as some Tibetan saint, they looks like a beggar, but very happy, very peaceful. So the happiness, peaceful, karuna. Now here, in spite the material facility, no matter what the facility. Now one famous Tibetan saint, Kasa, Milarepa, he looks like beggar, but actually most happiest person, like that. So many Indian saints looks like a beggar, but very because of the big knowledge and peace of mind. Okay. So now India, I think, should think how to make contribution through Indian tradition, ahimsa, karuna.
Your Holiness, I had the opportunity in Bombay when you visited 4 years ago, Samir Somaya, to hear you. And your message when somebody asked you, what is religion, was it is the process of strengthening faith in values. Not faith in God, not faith in ritual, but in values. And I believe that Indian values, whether they are Buddhist, Jain, Hindu, essentially 95% are identical. And only there is 5% difference, mainly coming from rituals. So I decided to build a museum. This I am building near Pune because I live in Pune. I am a Jain by tradition. And this museum will be inaugurated by end of this year. It is on a 50-acre site with 300,000 square feet built-up space and traces the evolution of Jain and Shraman values over the last few thousand years and how it has evolved, what is the heritage, what are the values, who were the great personalities, what they said. It's a very large museum. It is going to cost quite a lot of money, but I am determined to do it. And I was hoping to have your blessing for this effort of mine, because I feel that the values of any of India's traditional branches are identical. And today's youth has not the opportunity, nobody teaches these values. As you yourself observed, the British system has destroyed our old value tradition. And it is being presented in a very interesting form as edutainment, not just bombardment of boring philosophy, but how it affects life and how it has shaped India. So I hope to have your blessing for that. I was wanting, if possible, for you to show you a 15-minute presentation on it, but that depends on your ability to give me that time. But in any event, I would request that you kindly bless my project. Thank you, Your Holiness.
As I already mentioned, essence of religion, dharma, is warm-heartedness. The ritual, these are part, not important. there are people who really, I think, carry daily a lot of ritual thing, but at the same time, is a very angry person. Meaningless. And then I think religion, we should take the essence of Dharma, not ritual. Then if you take essence, Christianity, Jainism, even Muslim, talking about warm-heartedness, karuna, those religion who believe Creator, then we are creation of God. God Himself, infinite love. So since we are created by such a sort of force, infinite love, so we should be more loving kind of person. But then philosophically, some sort of problem. Traditionally also problem. One of my great spiritual friend, Bishop Tutu, really wonderful. Since we become very close as a spiritual friend. So one day he teasing or he expressed to me, he as a Christian, after death, ready go to heaven. Then pointing me, since I am Buddhist, not believe Creator, so you may go some different place. Strictly speaking, you see, those religion believe God, and then non-believer, you see, go to hell. So Bishop Tutu, you see, that meant he ready go to heaven. Oh, Dalai go somewhere. So, the different philosophy, but the essence, same. So, all different religious tradition, essence, same. So, Jainism, wonderful. Ahimsa, not harming other. Wonderful. And Muslim also, genuine Muslim practitioner, very wonderful, very good. I have some in Muslim business group in Lhasa. Most of them Muslim. Usually in Lhasa, people, and especially elder generation of a monk, really fond go to Muslim shop and talk. And Muslim or say business men and women, you see, carry the information, what happened in India, what Mahatma Gandhiji doing. So you see, Tibetan old monk, very fond to listen. So those Muslim group in Lhasa, very peaceful, very peaceful. So I think all religion, basically, all carry karuna. And for that, different philosophy. Now in India, modern India, secular way, whether there's God or not, we, as a human brothers, sisters, we have to live together. So we should create peaceful world. Peace through inner peace. In this respect, I think India really can make tremendous sort of contribution. And also, you see, it is very wise, the secular thinking, not necessarily believe one religion, but believe human good quality and remain with sense of human brothers, sisters.
Your Holiness, at the outset, I would like to thank on behalf of state government and the local administration for your presence here. Your presence has really blessed this place and this state, and we are thankful for that. And you being present here, this place has become the epicenter, the fountain of wisdom, the traditional wisdom. And we are the first ones to be blessed because of the proximity we have with you. And I would like to thank you for you being here and on the behalf of the state government and the district administration as well. My question is, you mentioned about dharma. Dharma, as I say, it is pursuing one's own duty. So in pursuance of one's own duty, so sometimes you need to cause harm to some other people as well for the larger good. So that dichotomy, how do you address that dichotomy? So if you're looking at a good of say 1,000 people, 1,00,000 people, but somebody is not doing their duty and you have to do harm to them for addressing the basic cause. So that is against the basic principle of ahimsa. So how do you address dharma and ahimsa together?
You see, it is possible to contradictory action. And then think long run interest and benefit for larger community. It is harsh method according the circumstances in order to gain peace, benefit for majority, and then few troublemaker according the circumstances. Sometimes nowadays, or say different religious tradition, there are some wrathful deities supposed to say to antidote those people who create more problem. I believe basically we human being more compassionate a few months in mother's womb. The mother, during that period, mother's mental state, peace, happy, relax. Then unborn child, the very good effect. Mother, constant fear, anger, very harmful. Then after birth, the next few years, we totally relying on mother's loving kindness, including mother's milk. So that is the way our life starts. Now, that feeling, that experience should carry till our death, more compassionate, and extend as mother's, one's own individual mother's kindness should extend. Usually we call a mother-centered being. Mother-centered being. That means mother, dearest. So entire sentient being consider mother. One life, another life, like that. So in any way, the important thing is karuna. And human society, individual, if this planet, just one person remain here, cannot survive. If someone, remain isolate, then one human being coming there, then no time to think what is race, what is country, what is religion. Simply human being, human face, human walk, and then you immediately approach. So we should have, oneness of human being. If you think seriously that, then no longer think about weapon killing. Impossible. You may gain short benefit, and actually suffer. So now we should think demilitarized world. A lot of money wasted making weapon, and put a lot of weapons. In our the past, First World War, Second World War, so on, Korean War, they were weapon, something relevant. Now today, we really seriously thinking about oneness of world, peaceful world. So weapon, no use. If we have to fight, then just like boxing, no weapon. Okay.
Your Holiness, what should be the ethics of the officers while dealing with our political masters and the public? Please guide me.
I think so long, any work on human land, among the humanity, karuna, and any action, ahimsa, as I already mentioned, weapon and use power. That's old thinking, old way. Now today, we are modern time, more civilized world. So any sort of disagreement through talk, through dialogue, and believe we all, human brothers, sisters, we have to live together on this planet. So now, I think people consider my country, my race, my religion, that's old thinking. Now, in the terms of humanity, we all same. And here, India's tradition, secular, I think very good. Very good. Religion is a personal matter. Whether believer, or whether believe or not, personal matter. They think we are same human being. We have to live together on this planet. I am a refugee from Tibet. With this feeling here, very comfortable. If I too much thinking, Tibet, then no, this is not Tibet. So uncomfortable. But this is human being. Huh? You see, 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, and teeth, same. So the name of different country, name of different religion is secondary. The number one, first important is we are same human being. With this feeling, I feel very comfortable here. If I too much think Tibetan, then you may feel little also uncomfortable. So within India, a different state, Punjabi, UP people, and Bihar people, if too much sort of the emphasis, Sadaji, Punjabi, this is just when you're born, no differences. Sadaji or Muslim or Hindu. Same. So we have to think their life begin same. Now at the time of death also same. So between there, too much make distinction is useless. If I'm still very much thinking about Tibetan, then I feel not very happy. But we are same human being. And the Kangra, this area, people, some Westerner come, I consider human being. As one Chinese come, human being, a Tibetan, of course. So thinking more, kasoda, broad way, much better, much better. If you see too much emphasis your own place, now generally I'm Tibetan. Then within Tibet, I'm Amdo. So there are, you see, some problem. Amdo and Kamba and Uyezang. So useless. And I'm Amdo, more closer with Muslim community. So one Amdo boy, very close with Muslim, now become Dalai Lama. No problem. Okay.